Hello princesses! Today I'm going to be talking about the Etude House Play Colour Eyes in the Rose Wine edition. I picked this up because it looked so cute. It also had some lipsticks in the collection so I could do like a little cute get ready with me, which was really nice. But mostly I am a sucker for pinks and rose golds, and this palette has quite a few of them. So I know you cannot see much from there because it's really far away, but that's okay. So that was kind of like the main reasons to picking it up, was just, I don't know, I just like the look of it. So for this one, the product description says, the 10 colour eyeshadow palette provides a sweetly intoxicating, sparkling rose wine mood. Sometimes it's spelled like rosé. Oh yeah, it is spelled like rosé on this as well. It's the rosé wine, I guess, rather than rose wine. That does make a lot more sense, to be honest. I only just read that in the thing. I can't really find much else to do with the product description for this one, but that's fine. The packaging of this product is really quite nice. It does have a rosish colour on the outside. I would say that that's more copper. If I'm being really particular about what colour rose gold is, I would say that this is copper and not rose gold, meaning that I don't like it that much, which is really stupid because it's not that different from a rose gold, but I don't like it. The emblem on top is really pretty. It's kind of made out of semi-holographic, but like little bubbles of a print. It's really interesting. Again, I don't really like it though. There are 10 colours in the collection in the palette, and it does come with a really big mirror on the inside as well as 2 little applicators that I do not use. The colour selection is really pretty, but you do have to be very careful with some of the shades. There are 2 in particular, which are Sweet Rosé and Sparkling Pink. These ones are really soft, so if you're like me and you're swatching these with your finger, normally you have to rub fairly hard to pick up any colour. This one, do not do that because your finger will sink right in and dig right down to the bottom like mine did. And then you'll have to just kind of shove the palette back together, and it's not cool. I was not expecting those to be so soft. They're a bit too soft in my opinion because the product just moves around. It's really hard to pick up, especially with a brush. Like, no, not my favourite. Pink Moscato is a really pretty rosy shade. It has got a gold glitter throughout, but it's predominantly rosy. This one is very cute. The next shade is called Baked Brie Cheese. I would normally use this in a crease and it would be fine, but on this application for some reason it's just gotten really patchy and sticky in one particular place. I have no idea why. It doesn't normally do that, but it doesn't look good. Grape Tree is a really pretty warm toned brown. This one is nicely pigmented and easy to blend. Clink is a really interesting loose glitter. This one has some really big shards of glitter in it that kind of look like maybe round or hexagonal, and they are iridescent in a way. And then there is also what looks like a red fine glitter, and I don't know how I feel about this one. I don't really use it very much. Sweet Rosé is probably one of my favourite colours. It's like an icy pink that has almost like a lavender shimmer through it. It's really pretty. Glass of Rosé Wine is kind of an odd one for this palette. It's almost like a very orangey or yellowy champagne gold. It's a really beautiful shimmer, but I feel like it just doesn't really fit in with the rest of the pinky pinks. Rosé Macaron is a really nice pink to brown kind of matte transition shade. This one does appear to have some glitter on it, but it is just the glitter that's left over from one of the shimmery shades that I cannot get off my eye anymore. Sparkling Pink is one of my other favourite shades in the collection. It's a really light pink with a gold shimmer. It just looks so pretty and I get a lot of wear out of this one. I think it's probably, I would say it's probably my favourite. That one and Sweet Rosé. 100-year-old Oak Barrel, which is an interesting name, is a really deep brown. This one I do find it hard to blend out to nothing like I would do with any other browns, but it is a really pretty shade nonetheless, and it is very pigmented. The last shade is called Champagne Party, which is a really interesting colour. It's definitely a lot more yellow than I was expecting. Like, it's kind of like a white pearly base with yellowish gold glitter. I do think that it looks really nice as like an inner corner highlight or like a little bit of a highlight to the middle of the eye. But I haven't got a huge amount of wear out of it just because the other shades are a lot more warmer and pinker, or like a warmer rosy gold. So it doesn't mix in as well with the others as I would like. So for this look I used Baked Brie Cheese all through the crease and then Grape Tart in the outer third. Then I used Glass of Rosé Wine all over the top lid, and then because I didn't want to put too much yellow in the inner corner, I added Champagne Party on the lower lash line in the inner corner. This was quite hard to do because I couldn't pick it up with a brush and it looks super messy, so yeah. But otherwise it's a pretty nice look. I'm not super keen on the very yellow glitter, but that's okay. So the first shade I'm going to use is called Rose Macaroon, and it is this one here. I'm going to put this into the crease, then I'm going to put 100-year-old Oak Barrel, which is this dark brown, into the outer third, just a little touch of that. And then I used two sparkly colours, so I used Sweet Rosé, which is that really stupidly soft one, pretty much on the inner half of the eyelid, and then a tiny bit of Clink, which is this really interesting like big glitter shade. I put this on the very center of the top and the bottom eyelid. So for this look I actually only used two eyeshadow colors. So the first one was Rose Macaron, which I used all over the crease and then into the outer third. This is a really nice pretty pink transition color. It's super natural. And then I used Sparkling Pink all over the top of the eyelid and into the inner third, and that is it. Super simple and super cute for an everyday look. So all in all for this palette, I am really underwhelmed by it. I thought it was going to be like lots of really pretty colors, and a lot of the colors are really pretty, but they're not very unique, and a lot of them don't really go that well together. Like there just isn't really that much to go on for this to create some really interesting looks. I found them really uninspiring and just like I wasn't gravitating towards it whatsoever. I was just kind of forcing myself to use it basically. I found like colors like, oh geez, what is that one called? Glass of Rosé Wine. That one is like, I'm wearing this one at the moment on my lids, and it's like a yellowy champagne gold, and it doesn't really go with the other colors. The end color, which is called Champagne Party, that one is also very interesting because I'm also wearing that one today because it's another one of the yellower tones. It's like yellow and white glitter. That goes really nicely with the other Glass of Rosé Wine, the champagne color, but not really with the other pinks. Like it's yellow and white glitter. So when you put it with the rosy colors, it looks, I don't know. To me, I don't like the combination, but I know a little bit of other people probably will. So don't just take my opinion for it, obviously. Please look at other people who might be more inspired by this palette. But yeah, I just found that this was kind of like, meh. Like when I got the Tulip Day palette and I was kind of like, nah, not really that interested by it. I do think that a lot of the colors are easy to use. So if you really like the colors, they are very easy to use, apart from the ones that are really soft that your fingers dig into. I had a bit of problem with the glittery glitters in this one. So there are a few. The first is a shimmer, that's Pink Moscato, no problems with that. And then if we go along, you get to Clink. I really didn't like this one. It was like a weird sort of like red glitter with gold parts, and I just thought it was not so great. Then you have Sweet Rosé. This one is fine if you use a finger, but if you're trying to apply it to small areas like around the corner of your eye and underneath your eye, your clunky finger is going to get the glitter everywhere and the brush will not pick it up because it's too soft. Then you've got Glass of Rosé Wine. This is a shimmer. This is fine. It's nice and solid. Then you've got a matte. Then you've got that Sparkling Pink. This one, again, really hard to pick up. It's too soft. The brush doesn't work very well. And then the last one, which is a Champagne Party. This one I found also the brush didn't pick it up. Like the glitter itself is too sparse. It's not really sticking together. And it was just really hard. So I used that one today and I just have glitter like all over the under eye area because my fingers are too fat for like where I'm trying to apply. I'm trying to make like a little line and it doesn't work. Yeah. So it's pretty user-friendly for beginners, but if you're not super confident, it could be a little bit tricky just because those glitters are a bit harder to pick up unless you're just, you know, using this like a little spot in the center of the eye. It's a little tricky. So overall, you can probably tell I'm really not feeling this one. I didn't really like it, even though the colors should be right up my alley. I just found that I had to really force myself to use it, and every look that I was creating with it was like very bland, just very bland. So what do you guys think of this? Are the colors sort of more up your alley, or did you feel the same way? Like just, it's the same iteration of so many other pink palettes. This one had a bit more like rosy colors to it, but it just wasn't that special. I feel so mean. So thank you guys so much for watching this review, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!